Hey everybody, I'm back, I think. Let's see what happens. It says I'm live, but I don't see anything over here. So let's maybe refresh this. It says I'm live. Let's go to Twitch TV. Okay, it says I'm live. Now how about YouTube? It says I'm live on YouTube. They're not necessarily synced up. I think the problem is that I was I was trying to do both of these. So OBS is already set up to stream to Twitch. So I guess all I had to do was set up my YouTube to get it to stream to YouTube. So let me go back here. So see, now there's no see, I'm trying to pop out dashboard. No. Let's see, chat. So I don't know if I need to redo all this stuff over again. Maybe I need to go to this is weird. This is weird. Let's see. Let's go to my channel. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, see, it's just really dodgy, it seems like, on YouTube. This whole thing is really dodgy. I mean, I think in the YouTube analytics, it just doesn't show much. It just, oh, stream health, okay. It says status is excellent, stream is healthy, but it's not. It's really choppy. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Well, first of all, this pop-out window is not working at all. So I don't know how to get extensions. Let's go pop up window for YouTube. Pop out player. Let's try this one. Okay, this one's been added. How do you access it? It'd be nice if, because there's a chat window here on YouTube. And just like in Twitch, there's like a menu button here. You click on it and it says pop out chat. Okay. Pop out chat. But there's nothing like that in the video window. Okay, let's do this. Simple ways to open YouTube video or playlist in a configurable pop-out window. It doesn't say how to set it up though. Oh, it's got this down here. Okay. That's not in my... So, pop out window. Theater mode, play on TV. Ah, oh, brother. It says theater mode, but it's not showing up. Maybe it's not something for live mini player. It won't let me drag my mini player though over to my other monitor. I guess I'm just gonna have to go full screen if I can. I'm just gonna have to minimize the it's so funny. The video doesn't stay live. Here we go. Okay. Stay live. Be nice if you could do that in okay. I guess maybe just Reload, duplicate, pin, mute site. Okay, move tab to another window. Let's minimize this and get it sized up. Yeah, see, all I'm trying to do is get, hey, Blessed, how's it going? Yeah, uh-oh. I saw, yeah, doing okay. Let's see, how's my CPU load's doing all right. GPU load's doing okay. Um, yeah, I'm trying to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time so I don't have to upload videos to YouTube anymore. I think YouTube would kind of appreciate that too, and Twitch. I'm not using up their bandwidth, but I'm just trying to get things set up to actually do that. Do you have, are you on YouTube, Blessed? Okay. Can you type something in my YouTube chat so I can see if that's coming through? I almost think it almost seems like I've got to set everything up like all over again every day. I'm not sure. I did make a mistake earlier. There's a add-on. Let's see. Good afternoon, gamers. This event is over. Chat is no longer. Yeah, see, let me try this. Let me try to pop this out. Put it over here. Because I've been starting and stopping. What if I can change the... There we go. That went in. I wonder if I can... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't see any messages in here. Okay, I see your name. I think it's when I click on, there's a button here to click on top fans, and it's got one person in there. And then it's got me in there too. Well, I'm not in the chat actually. It just it shows my chat message in there. Go to channel, pin message, remove. It's weird. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's okay. You can just see me. I'm kind of like staring at the string going, huh? Huh? Oh man. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just get things set up and working the way that I want them to. It's interesting because if you go into YouTube Studio's dashboard, it shows me, it doesn't even show me live. It's not even hanging with the live thing. Weird. I have to click on live like repeatedly to get the stream to move up to a live condition. Yeah, let's see what my loads are. Pretty even on the. Now it might my load on my GPU is like 46% right now. And it says that using the NVIDIA encoder really lightens the load on your CPU, which it shows me right here. Because my CPU load right now is really below 20% on all the cores. Right, right. Yeah, I was gonna try. I'm gonna do a test, Steam test. If I can find Steam in here somewhere. Okay. See, what I was doing before is I have, of course, originally, you know, I have OBS set up to run Twitch. So it's set up when I hit start streaming, OBS starts streaming to Twitch. And so this new add-on that allows you to multi-stream to different channels, um, I had YouTube and Twitch set up because I thought when I click on start stream, it's going to want to, I've got to have Twitch and YouTube in there. And I was getting error messages, and I'm like, well, wait a second. It's funny because I was getting error messages, but let me turn this on. Kind of get a normal looking stream here. I was getting error messages, but it was saying in the add-on, the multiple output add-on, it was saying that it couldn't connect to Twitch. And I'm like, okay, but I'm streaming to Twitch right now. And I think it was probably OBS already set up to stream to Twitch. So it connected to Twitch as soon as I clicked on start streaming. And so when it tried to connect using the add-on, also it got blocked or something. It couldn't connect because I was already using that URL, my stream key, etc. to stream. So I think there is a bit of a delay though on YouTube. That's fine though. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on the YouTube thing because like I said that there's a live button in the stream view in the dashboard and it keeps like going to not live. Just kind of weird. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on it. So this is okay. I think I can close that. I can close this. I want to start Steam. Yeah, part of it too is just getting my is just getting everything set up. It's just getting everything set up to I think I might, yeah, this should be okay. Just trying to get everything set up with all the windows and stuff where I want them to be, and so I can monitor my CPU and my GPU to make sure that they're okay. Well, let's go to real quick over to, and I noticed that there's a game that I play here. That you let me do this. Let's see what. Oh, I know why. It's like you're learning let me go back here. Okay. Let me go over here also and try to find. See if this will work. Are you still there, Blessed? Okay. Did you hear any audio? Did you hear any music just now? You didn't? Okay. Well, I'm going to try this. So I've got, this is actually a game that I've been playing a little bit recently, and it's on your wish list. So I'm going to try to play it. I'm going to try to play the game and see if the audio comes through. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear me? You don't hear the game? Let me see. You don't hear the game audio? Okay. Stream audio. I have it set to capture, but maybe I need to game audio output. Oh, I know, it's muted. Okay, so now I had it muted for some reason. So now tell me if you can hear the audio. I'm not sure how loud it is. Game's got really good music. Yeah, it is a little bit loud. I'm trying to turn it down on. It's louder than my voice. Okay, I'll turn it. I'll bump it down a little bit. So right now it's like mid. See, it's not. My stream, Twitch stream preview isn't coming through though. Oh, I know why. No. Here's what I'm going to do. Now that I think it's all set up, I will try it again with the full audio, video, all that stuff. Okay, so let's try again. Yeah, I think it's Steam's spring sale. Yeah, for me, this game's a 10 out of 10. There's been an apocalypse You can see in the background there, a city's been destroyed. And the water is polluted. And of course, beavers need water. Yeah, like I said, 10 out of 10 for me. It's interesting because when I've got my stuff set up on two monitors. I got my game monitor here, and I've got my stream monitor over here where I monitor all the stream stuff. And see, it's so funny. I don't know. YouTube. It's got a button down here. It says skip ahead to live broadcast. Well, I'd like to stay on the live broadcast if that's okay with you. I know we probably have ad breaks, but I'm not going to do an ad break. But yeah, so the game just came out, full release 1.0. It's been in early access for quite a while. I would say I've owned the game for like 2 or 3 years, so it's been in early access for probably 4 or 5 years. Maybe the first time I saw it was maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago. Um, um, and so yeah, it just came out in a 1.0 last week. And so they've added all kinds of new stuff. I mean, automation, sensors, relays, timers, new maps, just everything. So I do have a save going on right now, but I'll let you take a little bit of a look at. You have 2 factions. First faction's Folktales. Second faction is the Iron Teeth. You have to reach happiness level 15 with the Folktales before you can play the Iron Teeth faction. And so both factions have different technologies. That's pretty much the difference between them, is the technologies. Easygoing but hardworking Folktales are expert farmers. They respect nature and rewards them with plentiful bounties. Their motto, comfort, food, and sturdy wood. And then Iron Teeth are defectors of the traditional timber ways. They mastered iron and science to build advanced machinery. They achieve progress through ingenuity, efficiency, and disregard for the environment. Their motto, work hard, work hard. I don't think I need this on, although it is very good music to listen to. So you can choose your faction, and then you can choose a map that you want to play. There's beginner-friendly maps, and then there's some basic maps. Now let's see, which one did one of my first maps was, I think it might have been this one. But anyways, the map that I've been playing is called Spillage. You start right in here with like one water source, but then there's bad water, it's called. And bad water will make your beaver sick. It will kill your crops. Now you can lose crops through drought. where your crops just don't have enough access to water. But bad water, if you have bad water running past an arable area of land, which is the green is arable where you can plant. If you have bad water running past an arable stretch of land, it will just kill the crops just immediately, and or the trees that are in there. So, and I tried this map here. This one's really challenging. They're all very challenging. I mean, you can see the size of the maps, 256 by 256 squares, basically. It's kind of set up on a grid. And I'll show you that here in a second. But you can also download custom maps from Steam, the Steam Workshop. I have a map going on right now. It's called, so you can see here that you have settlements. So this map is my Biff Spillage Hard settlement. And then you can see the saves and the days. So you go through cycles. There's cycles of basically, there's water cycles, there's drought cycles, and then there's bad water cycles. And those are the different challenges. So I think I'm going to go back and just do continue. And you can kind of see some of the gameplay real quick. And it shows you down here. It's very well made as far as tooltips and all that stuff. Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if I said this. Yeah, when I move my mouse to come over here onto my monitor, it turns off the sound. And it basically pauses the game. You can see up here the game's pause. We're in a bad water cycle, bad tide cycle for another 18 days. This one was like 21 days, I think. But if I come over here and I click over here on my monitor that I use for my stream, you can hear the music stops. If I'm running this, if I'm running the game, and I click over here, the music will stop and the game will pause. No, it doesn't pause. Just the music stops. Okay. So this map is called Spillage. There is a bad water event going on. Here we have a bad water seep, which releases out bad water. This one, and then there's also a freshwater seep, but right now that one is covered with water, with bad water. But it's also releasing bad water. I don't know if I did this shit. I think I did. I got somebody in here too. Yeah, she's in there. Oh, look at there are 18 days left, and this has already gone dry. Now what we're doing here, there is bad water coming out of this, but if you top it off with fresh water, it will kind of stanch the flow of the bad water. So that the bad water, when the bad water event is over, this won't be filled with bad water. If you don't do that, this will fill up with bad water, and then when you open your floodgates, it'll just have bad water will spill out of it. And so what you do with that is this is called a fluid dump. You have a beaver working in here. We have it prioritized by haulers to bring water in here to keep this topped off so that the bad water won't seep out of here during the bad water event. Now on this one hasn't dried up yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on. Try to get a beaver in here. So to get a beaver in there, you can see up here I have 12 adult beavers, 2 baby beavers, 2 contaminated adults. And what's happened there is that the adults have gotten into some bad water somewhere along the line. So you can see here, these are all paused, these buildings. And I can release these 2. So Haleth is in here and is in here. You can rename your beavers, but they're born, they grow up, and then they die. So you'd have to keep renaming them if you want to. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have any water to pump out of here, these are water pumps. I'm just going to turn them off. And then hopefully we can get one of these beavers to come over here to start manning this pump. And nobody's coming over here yet, even though I have this workplace prioritized, that I always want to have a beaver in there. If the building is not paused, I always want to have a beaver in there. Somewhere else we have beavers working. These guys are working on getting carrots into our storage. No, this beaver's over here. Oh, I can lower this then by a lot. I don't think I'm building anything, so I think I'm just going to pause this. Let's see if we can get a beaver over here. Yep. You can see again, kind of cute. There's a light on, which indicates that it's manned. And then we're going to prioritize the haulers. So we'll get a couple, maybe 1 or 2 haulers in here. And then get one more beaver in. Oh, we got 2 beavers in there. Okay. So let's. So what I did is I have a water dump here, a fluid dump, and I'm dumping water into here. I think I want to start that up again and get these guys harvesting. You can prioritize them to harvest or plant. And these are sunflowers. So again, they're going to be, you can see the graphics on this are just really good. You can see the bad water. This was a uncapped bad water. And so this would always fill up with bad water. Now it's not. I can plant more stuff over here. I think I might start up a new house. Actually, let's pause this one. And pause that one. I think I need some more beavers. I'm going to pause this one too, though. So each of these can hold 3 beavers. And so I have room for 18 beavers. Right now I have 16 occupied beds and 2 free beds. That's because I have 12, 14, 16. But the contaminated adults don't work. I'm actually working on getting... see, these are going to go. Yeah, these are going to go. You know what? I need to... probably need to do a new farmhouse. farmhouses, I'm down to 58 wood. Okay, why isn't he working? Down to 58 wood, but he's not chopping down trees. So yeah, we have this lumberjack flag employs a lumberjack that cuts down trees. We're down to 58 wood, but for some reason he's not out there working. I don't know why. Maybe because they paused the game? Unpause the game? No. Did I unmark? I unmarked the trees. That's what I did. Oh. I was going to build a barrier here to hold more water. I was going to try to get water from here down to here, which I may eventually still try to do. But in order to do that, I unmarked all these trees so I could mark these specifically for cutting so they would cut them right away. And then I didn't mark them again. So here we have to cut trees. Now these are marked. Oh, these aren't marked. That's why. These are the ones that are, you can see these are ready to cut. These are still saplings, like growing. Well, not total saplings, but I didn't mark them. That's why he's sitting there going, I'm having a good time here, boss. Now he goes out and he cuts the tree because I mark those because I'm a noob. Now I need berries. Now, like I said, though, I think I'm gonna need to do a new I'm gonna need to build a new forester. If I build a new forester. So forester is actually it's interesting that it doesn't it only goes out to there. It only goes over to there. Why can't I pull in this whole area? Do I want to do it over here? Well, let's put it here. Because then it will grab. I need 10 logs. So I've got 60 logs and I got 131 planks. So I've got, I need 10 logs and 7 planks to build this. And I want to have somebody in there working. So it is nighttime. And they do sleep at night. You can see up here, they're right now working 18-hour days. So can I get this built? Or do I need to have... Yeah, we need a couple of builders in here to do this. So builders will bring in materials. So what we want to prioritize is blueberries. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to plant some blueberries. Available workers in the district. So we come over here. We lower this down to 1. And hopefully we get a worker in here. Nope. I think we're gonna, we already got that paused. Gonna pause that. But he does come down here and starts planting blueberries. We need blueberries because the herbalist requires berries and dandelions and paper to make antidotes. We do have some paper over here. You can see we have 94 paper. So we've got some paper. But you can see also these take 12 days to grow. We want to get antidotes because we've got 2 contaminated adults, and when they're contaminated, they don't work. 18-hour shifts. 8-hour shifts, and I'm already worn out. Another 10 on top. Yeah. If they get approved lunch breaks and 10-minute rest breaks, I guess maybe they could be a salary employee and not an hourly wage employee. Yeah, it's possible. My daughter and I watched a little bit of a YouTube video. You can see how the bad water tide here, how it contaminates the land. It basically kills everything. So this will get us started on some this at least will get us started on some blueberries. Oh, this is dry, so I can pause this. So each beaver has they need about 3 food and 3 water per day. So that would mean about 40 food and 40 water. Right now we're on a 15-day drought, so that'd be about 600 food and 600 water. We do still have some. So we have about twice the amount of water that we need. But then we also have some more food up here. We've got food here, so hopefully that'll give us enough food to get through. And we have storage. Sunflower seeds, we got lots of carrots in storage. They do encourage you to build vertically. Like right here, you can see we have all these storage. You can see over here for storage. This small warehouse is solid, so other buildings can be built on its top. So right now we have these medium storages, and I've stacked up 3 medium storages right here. And then we have platforms and pathways to get up to these different storage levels. So okay, so we are getting some more wood. Not a lot. Do I have this running? Paper. Pause that. We don't need more paper. I do have some wood over here. I'm debating on whether to leave it there or not. Because I'm gonna empty it. Because I will be building over here eventually, but it's only got 29 logs in there, and we could use the logs. Yeah. This is, there was a bad water source here, which means now this is a water seep. So eventually, if we can get this surrounded like we did down here, this water seep, we can actually have fresh water in this. This was a bad water source. Now that's different than a bad water seep. This is a bad water seep right here. The bad water seeps, like I said, they will put out bad water continually. The bad water source only puts out bad water during a bad water event, bad tide, and they just spew out lots of bad water. But what we've done is we've gone ahead and covered it up so that it won't spew out. Now I can go, you can actually lower the levels. You can see right here the source. So the source of the bad water is all the way down here at the bottom of the map. And you can see it just comes up to this point and starts distributing the bad water out. But we've got it blocked off. So no more bad water is going to come out of there. But during a bad tide, even not during a bad tide, the water seep will still, the water seep leaks bad water during a bad tide. It will eventually, when the bad tide's over, it will start seeping out fresh water. But eventually we're going to have to get it surrounded, just like we have this one surrounded down here, in order to, and we have floodgates that will open up. There was another one here. There was another bad water source there that we closed off. There was another one over here that we shut down. See, we're 11 days. And we might have to tap into this. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to pause this now. I think we probably have enough food. But I don't want these to die. That's the only thing. I could probably make this so that it's not prioritized by haulers. I can just let the beaver that's working here there haul their own water. Over here it shows we have 13 adults and 2 are incapacitated. But all 13, well, 11. We have 16 though, 16 occupied beds. 13 are working, 2 are incapacitated, and there's 1 baby beaver. You can actually follow the beavers around. I think what we're going to do is pause this. We don't need all those beavers in there. He works at the efficient farmhouse. He lives in the lodge. We can click on him and monitor what he's doing. He's delivering stuff he's delivering carrots to the farmhouse up here. And he's thirsty. He's got to go get some water. And he goes back to work. And it's nighttime. Time for bed. So we're on 10 days. We got 14. Probably 16. So that is 30, 48. That's about 480 water we need, 480 food. Keep an eye on these here. Like I said, I do want to keep these blueberries growing. They're at 50% right now. So that I can get blueberries for the herbalist. We have 5 unemployed. Where do I want to employ them? Let's go one in there. Two more in there. Now to make, we need 1 paper, 2 dandelions, 2 berries to make 2 antidotes. So I can make 40 antidotes once I get my berries in. Looks like we only have 20 dandelions. Looks like there's 20 in here. I don't know why this is saying we don't have any. Carrots, sunflower seeds. Because I was growing dandelions over here. I should probably plant some dandelions down here. I do need to start using this over here. Do more blueberries. Then over here, I want to do dandelions. I think at one point they some of the water here got contaminated a little bit, and I let it out, and that basically made a couple of the beavers sick. Yeah, when this bad tide's over, I've got to I got to start planting around here. And I've got to find another fresh water source. There's another bad water source. I got to cap this one off. It's interesting too because the map goes, there are underwater so there's an underwater area here, or under land. Is there a pool here? I wonder where that's coming from. Oh, I think it's back. I think it's backflow from here. Coming into here, I think. I want to get this capped off too. It's a bad water seep. You can see these bad water seeps, they only leak out, even during a bad tide event, they only leak out enough water to come up to like a 3/4 level. That's 1/3 level of a block here. So that's all it will ever put out. You kind of see that down here as well. This one. They'll only ever put out this much water. Now, this bad water is draining because this one's at a lower level. It's draining down into here. But the bad water seeps can be managed. But it's the bad water sources that are the worst. There's a water seep that's a freshwater seep, which I could eventually get fresh water from. But again, the fresh water would only come up to here. Five days left. Got pretty good water level here. Dandelions are growing. They only take 3 days to grow. I think right now we're just going to prioritize none. We got them prioritizing carrots. We want them to harvest all the carrots. So we're up to 17 beavers now. So that's 30, 54 times 4, almost 5 days. That's going to be about 250. So basically, as soon as the bad tide's over, I can open this and fresh water will come out and release into this basin, which will then fill up and air. It'll make the rest of this area arable. I think I want to do this. I think I need to get him replanting. Died from drying out. Yeah, he's got to replant everything. This drought resistance was only 13 days. Now, eventually, I can get dynamite, explosives. And what I can do in that case is I could put a, I could dynamite out a channel here or here. I think it goes 6 wide. I could dynamite out a channel, put a water dump at the end of it, and dump water into it to keep the land aerated during a drought or a bad tide. I think right now I'm gonna let's get rid of those dandelions. Probably get rid of these too. All my growing basically happening down here. I think what we're going to do is got 200 potatoes. I've got these blueberries, dandelions. So click on an item, hit B, and then you can B will allow you to basically copy paste. So I want to do more carrots there. I think I might have to send some more beavers down here to cut these trees. Eventually the goal is to get some water from one of these seeps up here. Get this water seep, get this dynamited out, get that blocked off, that blocked off, get this under control, and then fill this whole thing in with fresh water. Put some dams here to keep the water from flowing out. That's kind of the long-term goal here. How's the water look here? It's pretty good. Better open this one up again. I'll leave that one prioritized by haulers. And this one also. I don't know if we have any haulers. Got 2 of them. Bring water in. We have no one employed. Everybody's working at something. So 1.5 days left. So eventually there will be automation where you can set all this stuff to automate. Turn on all of your water pumps after a bad tide. Open up floodgates, stuff like that. That is down here. This costs 50. But I think some of this automation has to be connected to the power grid. So you can see here there is a geothermal engine. It's supplying 400 horsepower, basically free energy. And these are the connected buildings that I'm not currently using. And then we've also got a connection here to this building. Okay. Bad tide's almost over. 21-day bad tide. We need water. So I'll get a message here in a minute that'll say bad tide's over. And we may have another bad tide within a day. The bad tides get worse and worse. The droughts get longer. You can see they're all going on, except for this one. So this one right now, since the bad tide is over, we don't need anybody in there pumping. We don't need anybody in here pumping. We'll pause those. So these water pumps are all working to try to get our water back up again. Let's see. Died of old age. No, it doesn't say anybody's dying from getting sick. So that's good. So these are 41% towards getting berries. So right now I think we're going to harvest these. Because these should be ready. These are flowered. Days to grow 3, grows when mature, gathered by gather. Oh, there. I need to put a flag down here, that's why. And let's prioritize this one. Let's do this instead. Prioritize that one to be built and for somebody to work there. We're going to cancel this. If we get a builder down there maybe. So right now I think we're going to pause this. Hopefully get a builder in here to build this. Yep. No available workers in the district. Let's get these guys down to 2. 2 in the farmhouses. Get somebody in there working. Pause that. Okay. These guys are collecting dandelions. We got a few days left before we can get more blueberries. How's our water looking? Water's going up a little bit. There's somebody in there, somebody in there, somebody in there, somebody in there. Somebody's over here. Might need more. Got a lot of some. Probably gonna need blueberry and so we're gonna need berry storage and dandelion. So we're gonna do berries here. Gonna do dandelions there. Now we need to come up here. Not sure if we can get. Probably gonna need to To come up here and then out here. Probably here. And then here. If I need to do that, I can just do it the other way. I'll just do this. They still need to get up there. So this is kind of the game within the game. You're trying to get your pathing set up so that the beavers can access what they need to access. You can always destroy buildings. Now I think in this hard mode, you only get back 75%. But since we hadn't started building anything there yet, we're able to get everything back. So what they'll need to do is they'll need to run up here where they would normally access in here, and then just swing around and come up here to access in here. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to prioritize all this so we can get this stuff in here that we need. I'll need some builders. Got 2 builders. Yeah, see, there's a drought approaching now. We barely recovered from our last event, and now we have a drought coming in. And really what we're trying to do is basically just consolidate. So you can see here there was a this would overflow. Well, basically these 2 bad water sources would overflow. They would flood this valley, overflow this because they're up here. You can see where they were coming out. This one was coming out here. This one's coming out here. So they're at a level of 2, and this valley is only at a level of 1. And so they would flood this valley, and then they would overflow and flood down here and come right through here and flood this. But now we have that area closed off. So now no bad water's coming through there. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Okay, so those are all built. We're starting to get dandelions in there. Are we going to get berries in there also? I don't think the berries are out yet. It'll show a berry icon on here. These are like 23%, so they've got a ways to go. I think we're gonna open that up again. Since those are done, I'm gonna shut off the. So the district center is where builders, there where builders work out of, and then haulers work out of the hauling post. So I got 1 day left to another drought. Can I get enough water? The question. I'm going to pause for a second because I want to, something I haven't checked. And check on in Timberborn. Did you close? Did you close floodgates? Okay. I think I'm going to call it here. I got ads starting up in 3 minutes, 45 seconds. So instead of having an ad start, I think I'm just going to call it. And I might stream some of this tomorrow. My wife's back at work. Now, are these marked for cutting? They're not. Wonder. Available worker in the district. Well, that's just great. I'm back down to 14. So I guess it's interesting because I was playing on a different map with the I think with the folktales, this faction right here. And what happens is when you start off with food, you start off with a blueberry patch basically. Like on this map, I think this area here was a blueberry patch. That's what they start out with. And so you start out with like your district center, like 9 or 10 beavers, and then you have to build up your civilization, whatever. And they start out with a blueberry patch. Well, the thing is, once you start growing like carrots, which is like the first crop that you're going to want to grow, because it only takes 4 days for 3 carrots to grow. Once you do carrots, they don't want the blueberries anymore. They want the carrots. And then once you do sunflowers, they want to go to transition to sunflowers and potatoes, and it just kind of goes up like that. And so I had this faction, and I had one whole storage warehouse filled with blueberries, and they wouldn't touch them. It wouldn't touch them. And I'm like, so in this map, I thought, well, I'm not going to build storage for blueberries because they're not going to eat them. Once I get carrots growing, they're not going to eat the blueberries. But then I realized, oh yeah, I'm going to need eventually to make. I'm going to eventually need to make antidotes for bad water. Now, what happened to the dandelions that were in there? They had 20 dandelions in there. See, this is just a waste. Because the next drought, this is going to drain out. And they're not even going to use this. I think I'm going to tell this. Yeah. They've got a, it's paused. I have another one over here. That's paused. The farmhouse must be, no, I think the farmhouse does dandelions. Is it this one here? Okay, so I got to pause because I want to close this off. So evaporation is based on, you can see a 13-day drought. Evaporation is based on evaporation is based on surface area. So the less surface area you have, the slower the evaporation. So you can see eventually this will dry out. This will dry out over here. I'm not sure where this, try to find that beaver that was planting over here. I think that's going to do it for me though. I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is just a test. Basically, I started out and ads are in progress anyway. So taking a quick ad break, it says, yeah, thanks, Blessed. Thanks for being here. Thanks for kind of hanging with me while I try to figure this out. We'll see how it all works tomorrow. It's going to take me like 2 or 3 times as long to get everything set up. But anyway, wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching this test of multi-streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. And we'll try it again tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you next time.